Hi, this is a gamer's wife, and if you've been watching this channel, you know that I'm all about easy, minimalistic fish keeping that doesn't take a lot of time. I'm just the kind of person that only wants 2 kids, while other people want 10 kids. That being said, I will never have the amount of experience or expertise of someone who has an entire dedicated fish room. That's why I started the Confessions of an Aquarium Addict series, so we can interview and learn from people who have kept tons more fish than I ever will. And today I'm interviewing Larry Brown, a veteran fish keeper with a giant fish room who runs the Breeders' Award program for the Colorado Aquarium Society. So thanks for joining me today, Larry.
Anytime.
Let's get into your background. You know, everybody knows you in the Colorado Aquarium Society, which you have a hat. I'm going to show that real quick. Boom. How did you get into fish? I hear it was from your mother or you're from your family originally?
It's been a forever thing since I was about 6 years old. That's when the Colorado Aquarium Society started. My mother was a charter member. There's other people that were founding, but she was a charter member. And they would have meetings in people's houses. People would come over to our house, and I was there. And I inherited the love for fish.
How did your family get involved in the Colorado Aquarium Society in terms of your mom was a charter member, and then what about you? Like both you and your wife, Kian, are kind of continuing that service in the society.
Well, I'm in trouble with Kian because she doesn't keep fish or care about fish that much. She's looking at them okay, she's fine. She's more interested in the people aspect.
Oh.
But she's dead sure that we bought this house so that I can have a fish room. Which is half true. Which is half true.
How long have you been in this house?
We've lived here since 95.
In 95. So the fish room has been alive since 95.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so surprised that Kian's not that into fish because she's the one running always the bowl contests and
She's very good at the people aspect.
yeah, okay. Oh, that's really cool that she supports you.
And she knows all the answers, and that's fine, but she doesn't care for the day-to-day operation.
Okay. Like the maintenance.
The maintenance and the regularity.
Okay. We'll get to that. So, well, okay, if your wife isn't into fish, I know there's a lot of aquarists out there that are listening who want to know, how did you find someone who was okay with you keeping so many different fish tanks?
I support her. She supports me.
Oh.
And we go places and do things together.
That's true. So then, if your mom was really into fish, you're really into fish, are your children keeping aquariums at all?
I have 2 sons, one in Indiana, one in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. They both have one saltwater aquarium, 100 plus gallons.
Oh, wow.
At one point, they had a fish shop together in Nebraska when they lived in Nebraska.
What?
There was wet pet in Kearney, Nebraska.
Uh-huh.
And that's really the start of, not the start of my fish room, but that's where a lot of the aquariums come from, because when they closed the doors, I got a lot of their aquariums and equipment.
I have never heard this story before. I had no idea. Very cool. So you passed down that love, and hopefully the grandchildren too one day will love aquariums.
Before that, I had an aquarium shop. It was...
You had an aquarium shop?
It was way back.
Oh.
It was 1965, probably. And I had Rainbow Aquarium, Rainbow Tropicals.
Was it here in Colorado?
It was in West 29th, just off of Sheridan.
Okay.
I lived in the area at the time and opened a little mom and pop store. And I was working. I was going to school, 2 schools. I was going to apprenticeship school and CU night school, and trying to water ski all day, and still working all day, and still run a business.
Oh my goodness.
So I had my hands full.
Okay.
And then Uncle Sam says, "I need you." So like in 3 weeks, the store was sold and I was gone.
Oh, which campaign was it?
It was Vietnam War.
Okay.
And they need you. They need me right now. So I wasn't getting drafted. I went and joined the Navy.
Okay.
When I was in Gulfport, Mississippi with the Navy, I took some empty aquariums down. They needed people right now. So I was already an electrician, so they gave me rating E5. So I was able to live off base, and I took empty aquariums down with me, and I put whatever I could catch out of the Gulf, and that's where the start of my saltwater aquarium was.
Oh, I wondered that because most people in the aquarium society are freshwater, but you're one of the few that definitely is into saltwater.
And why did I wait so long? Because salt is so great, everybody is afraid of it.
I'm afraid of it.
and not so much. You just can't have as many fish, and you have to have good ethics with it.
Okay.
Good maintenance, and they're fine.
Really? Okay, you and me, we're going to talk after this interview.
Anytime.
About saltwater. You currently run the Society's Breeders' Award programs as well. So what advice would you give to a new fish keeper who's interested in breeding fish for fun?
The fish do the work. And the program consists of raising 10 babies for 30 days. And it's no big thing, but if you have a species and you have babies, you might as well get them counted while you have them. You may or may not ever raise that fish again.
That's true.
And the points are cumulative. After 1,000 points, there's a few of us that have 1,000 points, we become lifetime members.
All right, so for a new fish keeper who, let's say, wants to get involved with their Aquarium Society's breeding program, what are some of the basic beginner fish that you would recommend they start breeding first?
Whatever anybody likes, that's the fish to work with. If they like live bearers, that's great. If they like bubble nest builders, or a lot of people are into the ANCISTRUS, the plecos,
Yeah.
and they pretty much go in a cave and have their eggs.
So what would you say are some good key tips for raising babies so that they survive and are happy and healthy up until the 30-day mark?
Live brine shrimp.
Oh, is it as hard as I think it is, or is it?
It's not at all, but it's messy.
Oh, it's messy.
It's messy.
Okay.
It's the eggs are powdered. You just put them in salt water, and 24 hours you have live brine shrimp. They're just popping around, a lot of little critters. The babies love them. They eat them up.
What do you feed them after the baby brine shrimp phase?
Any regular diet, usually a mixed diet of whatever fish food you're feeding.
Okay.
A lot of times people raise cichlids, which are mouth breeders. They are born pretty big.
Yeah.
So they don't need the baby brine shrimp. They still love it, but they don't need that stage.
They can go straight to the adult food, basically.
A lot of the difficult fish are born very, very tiny, not big enough to eat a baby brine shrimp.
So what do you do?
They need green water, INFUSORIA,
Okay.
microworms,
Okay.
live food on the plants that they can forage on.
Okay. So is one of the tips then to have, in order to have that INFUSORIA and those kind of green water available, what do you do?
Put water outside with a couple of dried lettuce leaves. It will turn into green water.
And that's it.
And that's it.
And then you just pour some in.
A hard-boiled egg, the yolk, is
Okay.
very fine.
Yeah.
Emulsify that, but a little goes a long way, as it will spoil if you get too much in. But they really, and the bigger fish love it too.
I haven't bred LIVEBEARERS yet because I'm always afraid of having too many babies. So what do you do? I mean, you have a big fish room and your fish are constantly breeding. What do you do to prevent the population from getting out of control and having too many fish to deal with?
It balances out. It depends on how many angelfish can be a problem,
Yeah.
because they lay every 3 weeks. They lay 200 eggs.
Oh my goodness.
So if it takes 3 months to grow one to selling size, you have 4 or 5 or 6 batches going on at once. It's a job. It's just like a part-time job if you're trying to commercially raise angelfish or any fish. You kind of have to be selective in what eggs that you save or what babies that you save. They tend to get eaten if the parents are in with them. So some people raise baby fish for live food.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very true.
Yeah. Culling by feeding the bigger fish.
Some of the cichlids have hundreds of babies.
Okay.
And then you don't know what to do with them all. That is a problem, more so than live bearers.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. And then my last question for the breeding section is, what's your dream fish? I know you've bred a lot of fish already. What's a dream fish you want to one day successfully breed and raise up their fry that you haven't done yet?
I want to do better with the clownfish.
Okay. Okay.
I've raised a few clownfish, but not enough.
Okay.
Not enough numbers, and there's a lot of different types of clownfish. So that's probably any saltwater fish is an accomplishment.
All right.
And it's doable.
All right. I'll be on the lookout for that. One day, Larry Brown clownfish are going to be up there for auction. So now we're going to go into our 5 fishy facts about you. So lightning round. What is your favorite, all-time favorite fish to keep?
Black ruby barb.
Black ruby barb. Why?
They're black and red all over in spawning colors.
Ooh. Okay. What fish would you never keep again?
Piranha.
You've kept them before?
I had a piranha at the store I talked to you about.
Yeah.
And a kid came in, says, "Will you buy my piranha? I got to get rid of it." No. Second time he came in, "Will you buy my piranha? I got to get rid of it." No. Third time he came in and said, "Can I leave my piranha here and you sell it?" So he left it. I never sold the piranha. But I put a sign up on the tank, "Feed the piranha 25 cents, which was the price of a goldfish at that time.
Oh.
So kids would come in after the school, and one of them would come up with a quarter, buy piranha, and they'd all watch the piranha eat. Until I sold the store, the piranha was there.
Oh my
Getting a
goodness.
goldfish every day.
Never again.
Better?
Well, are they just bad temperament, or what makes them not likable?
I'm not too fond of predators. They're very likable to some people.
Yeah.
And they're pretty enough.
Okay. All right. Everybody's got their type. So, what is your favorite type of fish to breed?
Rainbows.
Rainbows. Why is that? Didn't you say they're the egg layers and they come out real tiny?
They are very tiny.
And then they take forever to grow.
They take forever to hatch out. And then they take 6 months before they get their color.
Why rainbows?
Eggs can be shipped across the country. The speakers come in and they bring eggs with them. And you buy a bag of eggs
Yeah.
for whatever, auction price. Whoever wants them the most buys them. But the speaker will come in with 8 or 10 or 12 different kinds of rainbow eggs.
Yeah.
You just buy a bag of eggs, put them in the water. They're going to hatch out. You're going to have 20 or 30 or 40 little rainbows.
Oh, fun.
And you can repeat that cycle. You grow them up and then raise your own eggs.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. One day, I've only kept the pseudomogills, the really, really small.
The blue eyes.
Yeah, fork-tailed blue eyes. That's the ones I've kept. So, what are some of your favorite types of freshwater live plants?
I like the bulbitis fern.
I do too. Is it true it needs a lot of current in order to do well, or what do you feel like?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't give it anything. It does well.
Okay.
But it probably does even better with current.
Okay. All right, final question. What is the #1 piece of advice you would give to a new fish keeper?
Enjoy your fish. Take time to watch them. I have so many that I don't very often get to just sit and watch. I'm busy working on one tank or another tank. Everybody needs something.
Yes.
I think it's really good. Everybody should have one aquarium, a furniture aquarium, or one show tank.
Yeah.
Watch the fish. Take time to watch them. Take time to enjoy them.
I agree too. That is like the motto of my channel, is to advise so that busy aquarists can take time to enjoy their aquariums. So that's perfect. Awesome. Thanks so much for your time, Larry. If you guys all enjoyed this video, comment below to let me know what your favorite part was and who you think I should interview next for my series, Confessions of an Aquarium Addict. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then check out my Instagram for daily updates. Take time to enjoy your aquariums, and I'll see you next time.